This is a podcast, damn it. Alright, everybody, you might be noticing that this, well, for those of you who are watching video, you might notice that we're in a bit of a different setting than usual. That is, of course, unless you're one of my friends, and this place is very familiar. But me and Raymond are recording the podcast in our apartment. That's right, Raymond's back in Flag. We're back, A Dinosaur Story.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
But the storm outside, well, it's not storming anymore, but the snow is pretty fucking high to almost halfway up my shin last time I checked, and that was 2 days ago. So we didn't want to walk to the library, so we decided to just chill here. I wanted to put a green screen up and put a nice tropical background, but Raymond didn't like that.
No,
Raymond was a hater.
You need lights.
We could get lights.
I mean, I have lights, but I'm not doing that.
What?
It's too late.
I mean, yeah, now it is. You could have done it in the morning.
I was busy.
You weren't busy.
I was. I had to take notes. I had to read. I had to write.
Well, you could have woke up earlier to account for that.
I woke up at 5. When did you wake up?
Like at 10. 40 minutes ago.
How is this my fault?
That's not your fault. I mean, I don't have lights. Even if I woke up at 5, I wouldn't be able to do shit.
You can go to the
There
store.
would still be no lights.
You go to the store.
I'm not going to go to the store in this.
I don't know.
The only store I'm going to is work. Unfortunately.
They got a store called that?
You're fucking hilarious.
See, this is what I'm talking about when you don't play in my comedy space.
So what am I supposed to say to that? Yeah, remember there's a store called work.
You can just correct me.
That's still no, not yes-anding you.
Yeah, well, you're just jealous because my music's so loud.
Okay,
no more swinging.
No critters this week. We're going to give Raymond a lesson in comedy and improv and yes-anding.
What?
My thing stopped recording. Nothing, huh?
What?
You got nothing to say?
I've
been talking my ass off.
I was just saying you make me here every day.
And what?
Well, I put the mic to Pepper, and then you're like, "This is a podcast," and I was like, "Well, you make me here."
Oh, I meant
every
this is why
day."
because you're not saying anything.
Oh, yeah, but they can hear her. They can pick up on her voice.
They can pick up on her voice.
Pepper. See, they got that.
They got the voice. I'm not.
They said, "Why do you?"
I'm not thrilled about this episode.
I like my animal.
I like my animal too. That's why I picked it. But the rapport is not in good spirits this morning.
That's your problem.
That's my problem.
What?
Why is that my problem?
I'm up.
Then why aren't you saying shit? I'm the one who woke up 40 minutes ago.
I don't know.
There's
a large shadow on me.
I haven't even had my brekkie. There's a large shadow on you. You should fix that. You should get some lights in here.
Pac-Man.
You should get some lights in here. That would really help.
Speaking of Lil Baby, I just had to mention him this episode.
That's funny. I don't remember.
That's the only reason I said that. But really, talking about Miley Cyrus, I listened to the Flower song again.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I take it back. I take back what I said. I redact what I said about being like a Haley Steinfeld song, where it's like it was pretty good, but it's not a hit.
Yeah.
I redact that. I think it's a hit.
We're saying it's a hit.
It just sounds really good.
You heard it here first on a Critters Corner. Flowers by Miley Cyrus is a hit.
I didn't know the background until you told me. The Liam.
I knew about that before I knew about the song.
What was it? Why was he Bruno Mars?
Who's Bruno Mars? Liam Hemsworth. It did it again. Oh, I know what's happening. You dumb bitch. Alright, check this out.
I can't buy
myself flowers. So what happened was, from what I read, Liam Hemsworth, they broke up or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he dedicated a song to her all over the radio, and it was When I Was Your Man. And as for all of our Mars heads know, there was a line in there that says, I should have bought you flowers. And she says, I could buy myself flowers.
I can buy myself flowers. What's funny about it is
Nothing's funny about it.
No, but like, what radio was it? Just like a radio station from where he's from?
A radio station, yeah. I mean, I don't know how it got. I didn't look up how it got like out there and popular and shit.
Out there.
out there.
Was that after they divorced?
They got divorced? I didn't even know they were married.
I saw somebody said it.
Well, I know they broke up. They like separated, but I thought they were just like girlfriend and boyfriend. But they just broke up.
Don't text me, Mark Newman. You scare me. Were Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus married?
Okay, so here's my problem with the mic. It keeps falling. The cord keeps falling out of the mic. I need a new mic. I don't want to get a new mic because this is an Idiot Menzo classic. This is one that we've been using since the Idiot Menzo days.
I mean, you can still keep it, just not use it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
They married from December 2018 to August 2019. And after much long, nearly a decade, on and off again.
So many fucking clap syncs. This shit's stupid. We fell off, man. Next week, though, back in the stew.
Oh, I can't go to the stew. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
They don't let me back in the stew. Paul is having a problem with us. Paul has given us a restraining order. We thought we were cool. It turns out he saw it as harassment. I thought we were just palling around with Paul.
What? I was reading something.
I said I thought we were just palling around Paul.
Paul.
It turns out
we still have Rapunzel here for the video.
I'm literally talking.
Yeah.
I'm repeating my joke because you weren't listening because you were on your phone. You're not playing with me in my
hey man, space. I got school.
But right now you have the podcast.
Chin up, chin up.
I have to look at yours because that's how long we've gone. 9 minutes? Jesus Christ. What do you got to say, Pepper?
She didn't do it for you. She didn't like your mic.
She's sniffing. She's sniffing.
No, that's the crow. I want to be in. I want to play.
10 minutes as the crow flies.
Is that real? Or is that a saying?
As the crow flies. As the crow flies is a saying.
Why can't I?
I don't know if it's used to a measurement of time or a distance. I use it interchangeably. I use it to discern both.
The distance one makes more sense than the time one, to me. What? Well, the distance. How are you gonna track the time? Unless you gotta watch.
What do you mean? You have a sense of time besides a watch. You know how much fun you're watching. You're like, I must have been here for at least 10 minutes. You have that in your head.
And then it was like 5.
Well, yeah, it's not accurate, but you have a sense of time. Some people have a crazy inner clock.
Is that what they're called?
I don't know. But it's something like that.
Inner clock.
Inner clock. It's a crazy inner timekeeper. Something like that. Man, fuck you. I mean, we naturally have a circadian rhythm. You know about that.
I mean, that sounds
I don't got to tell you about that.
Yeah.
I ain't got to tell you about the circadian rhythm.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds
You don't know
cool.
what that is?
I mean, I've heard it. I just don't know. I never looked it up.
It's like, I don't know how, like, what specifically, like, what it is, but it's like a specific thing in our brains that causes us to naturally feel like drowsy at sunset and wake up by sunrise.
Whoa, that's cool.
Nobody really follows that anymore because, like, various reasons. People work at night. People work late. People work early. Mainly work. School.
Mainly work.
Mainly work at school.
Don't you know?
What?
What?
What are you saying?
Anyway, so I watched this movie yesterday.
You're making a mockery of this podcast.
It was called The Campaign. Speaking of mockery of film.
Yeah.
No, but it was pretty funny.
It was funny. But other than that,
don't make them like they used to.
They don't.
When did that come out? 2009? I
think it was 2014.
What?
Pretty sure it was 2014.
Didn't Jacob say like 2009? Because
he said 2010, but I think he's wrong.
10. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look like a 2010 movie. Like it looks like better quality.
Oh, it's 2012.
Oh, well there you go. That's
split the difference. They got a 66 on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know how reliable they are.
Yep, 6.1 on IMDb.
What they give Black Adam?
So downright average. Black Adam?
Yeah.
It's my sources are telling me 100%. 100% fresh.
Pepper.
39%.
Oh, there we go.
What did the audience give it though? Because that movie was a banger. 88%.
So that movie was a banger. So why did James Gunn stop it?
Oh, because James Gunn hates cinema, Raymond. I'm just kidding. I like James Gunn movies. I don't know. Because the whole DCU sucks. They had to wipe clean. They fucked it so bad.
What about Flash?
They fucked it so bad that they had to start clean. There's no choice. I mean, like, The only part that I'm kind of upset about is recasting Henry Cavill, because that kind of sucks.
But if we can get Tom Holland, I'm all for it. No, I'm just kidding. I was just making a joke of that thing I saw.
We can get Tom Holland as young Superman. But I mean, I don't like his Superman because of the way Zack Snyder made him.
Oh yeah.
But Henry Cavill as Superman looks the part.
Looks the part.
I'm sure he could act the part.
I'm sure he could act. Give him a not a sorry excuse for a screenplay, or
give him a halfway decent screenplay,
or a competent director who can read. That's very important.
At the very least, who reads the source material.
That's my thing.
That's my thing, at least.
I'm rooting for the Jessica Cruz Green Lantern movie, personally. I think James will deliver for me on that.
He might.
I think he will.
Okay. I mean, supposedly, like, there are rumors like this week or something, he was gonna drop his like 10-year plan, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure he got the CEO role like 2 months ago, and this motherfucker already has a 10-month plan or 10-year plan.
Hey, you got money. What else are you gonna do?
I guess so. But isn't he working on Guardians right now?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're probably like in the editing phase or whatever, post-production, if you will.
If you will.
Also, those set photos of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania of like reshoots from like a week ago, and the movie comes out in like 3 weeks.
Guys, hurry up! Guys,
come on. Gotta get Paul Rudd back.
Was that a real photo from Guardians? Like the guy from Maze Runner, the handsome guy.
Oh,
he's like in shape now.
Will Poulter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture of him like all golden in the costume.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's from the movie. I don't like the costume.
I just like him.
It's too much detail.
I like Spider-Man.
I'm not into it. I'm hyped for the movie, though. Seems like it's going to be a pretty emotional ride from the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
No.
It's a pretty good trailer.
I don't want to know anything.
Okay.
I just want to walk in. Be like...
Well, it's a pretty good trailer. I can buy myself flowers. Anyways, am I going first?
Flowers.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
All right. A lot of people are saying this is... I don't have a joke. I'm talking about a giraffe.
Is that what you...
What?
Did you say... Didn't you ask me if my animal was a giraffe or something? You mentioned giraffes to me.
I think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
You know the funny thing about giraffes?
What's the funny thing about giraffes?
They would send me happy birthday letters every time in the mail when I was a kid.
Giraffes?
Yeah.
You're talking about Jeff?
You know him? I'm just kidding.
Jeff sent you too? Jeff told me I was special.
Jeff said
I was his one and only.
He said happy birthday.
Was that his name? Was that Jeff the giraffe from Toys R Us?
I don't think his name's Jeff.
What?
But you're in the ballpark.
Or is it Jeffrey?
Jeffrey. There you go.
Jeffrey.
I miss Jeffrey. Everyone says he just didn't know how to like
control himself.
He didn't know how to run a business.
Yeah, he was downright sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, what do you expect from a giraffe? I mean, it's awesome that he built an enterprise of toys.
Yeah. You have to respect a bipedal giraffe to literally build a titan of industry.
He's bipedal?
He walks on 2 legs.
Oh, I take back everything I said.
You don't even know what bipedal means until I just
2
said
feet. I knew what it meant. Two.
Feet.
Pedal sounds like pedal. What do you do with pedals? With your 2 feet, you.
Well, no, pedal.
I know, but I think pedal.
Okay. So the fun thing about giraffes is that they're pretty fucking tall.
How tall are we talking?
So, I'm not surprised it's the tallest mammal in the world. That's pretty obvious.
What?
What did you expect? Name one more mammal that you could imagine being taller.
Whale.
Well, that's not really tall, is it? It's more long.
Yeah, but like from the bottom of the whale, like the belly, to that giant dome?
Definitely not.
What?
No,
how tall are giraffes, though?
No shot. Giraffes, they grow up to 5.5 meters. I know what you're saying. Speak American, motherfucker.
I know.
Males can grow up to 16 to 19 feet, and females 14 to 17. So up to 20 pretty much, which honestly I expected more, but pretty impressive.
If we ever did the podcast in here again,
yeah,
got to put a whiteboard back here.
A whiteboard?
Yeah.
I like that.
We can draw like the animal or like 20 or something.
Yeah, no, I like
20. Well, I was gonna put like 20 right here.
Yeah, no, I like that. Ooh,
this is a snow basis though.
Yeah. So we'll see that. We'll see next year. What we could do like a little mini show on the channel where we revisit some animals and we do like whiteboard, like for example, if we go back and I wanted to talk about the platypus again, I would talk. I'd have like a professor coat in front of a whiteboard. You would be like the drawer, and I'd be like, the platypus can grow up to 5 feet, and you draw a little platypus and put a little line, 5 feet, and then just makes a little diagram.
So it's okay if my drawing it looks like crab compared to when you do mine.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be sick.
I draw a terrible Perry.
Perry. Ooh, Phineas and Ferb is back. So even newborn giraffes are taller than most humans. I don't know how tall a newborn giraffe is, but I heard that.
Oh, most humans. I thought you meant like babies. I was like,
I'm gonna look at newborn giraffe. I mean, come on. Newborn giraffe. They're pretty fucking cute, bro.
David Schwimmer was a giraffe once upon a time.
David Schwimmer was a giraffe. He was one of my favorites. Newborn giraffes are around 6 feet, so they'd be taller than me.
Dang. Name 3 giraffes that you know right now.
Melman, Jeffrey, and the one from the wild.
There's a giraffe. There is a giraffe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the name though. There's got to be another one.
I can't think of one. I can only think of the Lion King, like the extra giraffes, like doing like this stuff in the beginning.
Yeah,
but that doesn't count.
There's some.
They're extras.
Well, I mean, all the different giraffes that were in Madagascar too.
Oh, that's right. He was a doctor.
Yeah. Giraffes can stand half an hour after being born. So, like other animals where they like just pop out and immediately walk out that we've been noticing on this podcast.
Like a zebra.
It can only run just after how many hours do you think it takes for it to run?
Hours?
Hours.
2.
Okay, well, asshole. 10 hours. Half a day. Giraffes stand up pretty much all the time. They even sleep and give birth standing up. Now I want to see a picture or something of a giraffe sleeping, but it's going to be hard to find. I mean, you want to know why? Because giraffes don't need much sleep.
It's going to be hard.
So they have one of the shortest sleep requirements. Giraffes don't need much sleep, only between 10 minutes and 2 hours.
10 minutes?
So talk about a power nap. I don't get that though, because wouldn't they need like more sleep? Like, doesn't it take a lot for like the blood to run up to their head? Isn't that a thing?
Probably.
I remember learning about that when I was a kid, because like their head is all the way up here. The blood to travel up the neck, it's troublesome for health reasons. Young giraffes, the cool kids, hang out in groups until they are 5 months old. So like while their parents go out to hunt, or not hunt. I'm stupid. While the mom goes out for food, the little babies just chill with their friends until they're 5 months old. And they're like, okay, now I'm the food getter. I'm bringing the bacon to the table.
Wait, so once he's old enough, they're like, all right, you do it.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's how most animals are. It's like, all right, I'm fucking old. You can go ahead.
I can't play, guys. I gotta go home.
Sorry, guys. Mom says I gotta go get leaves. I go with my mom to get leaves.
What a loser. That was Jeffrey.
That was Jeffrey.
And then he left the country. It became...
Sorry, guys. I gotta go with my mom and start a Toys Enterprise.
What a fool they called him.
They called me a fool.
And then he came back begging for anything, like any leaves.
Yeah, they kept they groveled at his feet.
Oh, no, I was talking about him coming back.
Oh.
Because he went bankrupt.
Oh. That's a bit of a sad ending for that.
That's all right, though, because now he's got his own family. And Jeffrey Jr. is going to start another enterprise.
That's the one who's running the Toys R Us website that's going on right
Exactly.
now. Gotcha. Okay. They're super peaceful animals. They rarely fight, and they're very peaceful, but have you seen the videos of when they do fight? The males?
Don't they, like, hit their necks together?
They, like, whip their necks around and start whipping each other. But apparently, it very rarely results in any actual injury. So I don't know why they do it, but...
Strong necks.
Yeah. Crazy necks.
That
would probably kill you, I think. If they could just
probably. So there's, like, a skeleton in that neck?
Yes, Raymon. How the hell else would
That's crazy.
How the hell else would the head be held up?
I know, but, like, how strong is that skeleton to, like, where it holds it up so it's not just, like, the entire time?
It would be more the muscles that would be the strong part.
Oh. That's crazy. A little giraffe. And then it becomes a big giraffe.
Yeah, insane.
I had a giraffe toy.
Good for you, man. I had one too that had like one of those, like, you know, like toys sometimes had like something in them that you could like bend them and they would like stay that shape. Is there something hard in there that you could like?
The hell toys are you playing with? I want to do that.
They had like stuffed animals, but they had like a stick of something.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
You could like bend it and it would like stiffen up.
Yeah.
I had a giraffe with a neck like that, so I'd make it like fucking curl around. Giraffes are all unique, like snowflakes and your fingerprints. No two giraffes have the same spots, which obviously...
Or zebra stripes.
Yeah. Giraffes' tongues are massive. You ever fed a giraffe?
I think I have a memory of it, but I don't know if that's like a dream or someone told me and I thought of that. But I'm pretty sure I fed a giraffe.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. I feel that a lot. Where it's like I don't know if someone told me that and I just imagined an image and now it's my memory. But I think it was like the Phoenix Zoo, and it was slimy and gross. And I was like, that tongue is black because like the tongues are really dark and then the tip. I think is the tip the colorful part? I know like gradients. Anyways, they can be up to 45 centimeters long so that they can forage on trees other animals can't reach.
Like what other animals? Monkeys?
Yeah, I bet. I bet monkeys can get that in because they just climb. They live for about 25 years in the wild. And that's all to say about that. The Latin for giraffe is Giraffe camelopardalis. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. Which means one who walks quickly, a camel marked like a leopard.
Oh.
One who walks quickly, a camel marked like a leopard.
Wait, its name is one who walks quickly,
comma,
a camel who walks like a leopard. That should be like a title of a movie. That's Jeffrey's story.
One who walks quickly, colon, a camel marked like a leopard.
And that's how he became the Enterprise.
What would your lad name if it was that formula? One who, what do you do? What do you do?
What?
What do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do?
What do you do that you would like categorize you as? Like if a scientist was studying you like an animal, this man does this. We're gonna name him the one who blinks.
I don't know.
You see, you're not playing with me in my comedy space.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah, I always play with you.
All right, fine. That's just not true.
I'm always in your space.
The one
I'm
who
fun. I'm having a blast.
The one who I don't know. The one who the one who raps Lil Baby.
Okay.
And then what was the other part?
A camel marked like a leopard. So, a camel marked like a blank.
Why is it a camel?
well, what are we closest to as people? Monkeys?
Well, no. What's our like sign thing? Isn't there like a animal for that? Isn't there like an animal
our sign or like our astrology signs?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, Capricorn. I think is like a centaur.
Oh man.
I'm a bull. I think that's what. No, Aries is a ram. So I would be the one who draws epically, a ram marked like a pig.
A ram who what? Walked?
Marked like a pig.
Oh.
I was saying marked because like a leopard, it's like its skin. Pigs are pretty pink.
Wait, what was the first part?
Little tubby.
The one who.
For me?
Oh, the one who, and then blank.
Yeah, I said one who draws epically.
A ram
marked
like a pig.
And yours would be one who raps Lil Baby.
Ooh, no, the one who raps lyrically.
Okay. Lyrically?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I heard you right.
What was it? A centaur?
Yeah.
There's got to be a better one for like what I am.
Okay. Capricorn animal. I mean, I don't think they all have animals. I mean, like, actually, that's not true. That's just straight up not true. A horned goat.
Sweet. A horned goat marked like a. Why'd you say pig?
I'm a little tubby and also I'm pink. Pigs are pink typically.
Oh. The one marked like a penguin.
Okay. What's the correlation there?
The penguin?
Yeah.
Because I look like a penguin.
Because I look fly as hell.
What? No.
Global warming. This motherfucker cold as hell.
There was a thing like over the break. My dad, we were talking about a quarterback. He was like, I think he looks like this type of dog, and I didn't see it for a while, and then I did. But this day I was like, no, he looks like a horse, and then because he has long hair.
Yeah.
You know, beautiful locks there. My dad was like, I just want to like pet it. And I was like, I think like a lot of people like I can see just like that guy looks like a dog or like this type of this type of animal.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, I think we both know that Joshua Bassett looks like a puppy.
Looks a little puppy dog.
Yeah.
Jason looks like a sloth. Escalators. My mistake. I'm not gonna correct it.
But I was like, but we got to like, what are you? And I was like, well, or he's like, what do you think I look like? And I was like, a penguin. And then he got so upset, and I was like, it's okay, because when I'm fat, I look like a penguin. And I was like, oh, wait, I shouldn't have said it that way.
No, because when I'm fat as hell, drink it.
No, but when I've seen it, and I was like, I can't look like this anymore.
I mean, I can see it even when you're not fat, and you just look like a penguin.
Really? That's cool.
Especially with this getup, the black and white, or it's more of a gray.
Yeah. What was the thing? Who let me out of the house?
Yo, who let me out of the house looking this fly?
That's so good.
Also, I can see it because like your hair is like it's like hair, but it's also like fluff. Cause it's so thick.
Yeah.
You know how penguins are like they don't have feathers. It's like more like fur because it's so thick.
That's crazy. I would like to touch a penguin.
I would too.
You ever pet a dolphin?
No, I haven't, but it's a bucket list for sure.
Hairy. Like slippery hairy. It's
You
weird.
wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think.
What are we talking about?
They look pretty slick.
The one who raps lyrically.
Yeah.
A horned goat marked like a penguin.
Okay.
All right, that's ours.
Let's go. There you go. Leave a comment down below what yours would be. Or don't. No one ever comments on these. Anyways, so, that's not much. I don't have much else on drafts except for I don't know where my time went. So there's a couple of different species. I would be surprised, but at this point that just seems to be a running theme. I've learned my lesson. I don't know how many. Didn't look that far into it, but I looked it up because I knew this because a long time ago I saw a chart that showed different skins of giraffe, not skins, the fur, and it showed that the different species have different patterns. Obviously, like every pattern is unique, but different types of patterns. Like look at this picture. So some of them are like square, some of them are like kind of blotchy, some of them sort of like bleed into other ones. And so it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they all, for the most part, just hang out in Africa. Yeah.
Or your local zoo.
There's a couple in Phoenix. You will see a couple in Phoenix. If there's a zoo outbreak, you'll see it running down the I-10.
If there's a zoo outbreak.
Maybe with some gorillas and the rest of the cast. There's a giraffe in Zookeeper.
Probably, I don't remember. Oh, I thought you meant no. I was thinking we bought a zoo. My bad. There is a giraffe in Zookeeper.
Sylvester Stallone line. Anyways, that's all I got on giraffes. They're pretty cool. I fed them, so I kind of have sort of a spirit connection to one of them.
So, to one of them, what was his name or her name?
I obviously can't speak really. But if I like the spirit connection that I felt, like my heart right now is telling me it's Genevieve. My heart right now is telling me that this is the giraffe that I spirit connected with all those many years ago. This is Genevieve.
No, I don't believe you.
Or Guinevere. They're very similar. The heart kind of confuses those names.
I don't believe you.
You're going to tell me what my heart's feeling?
I don't believe you.
Well, you never even had a spiritual connection with an animal.
What? I named my car. You can't even name your car.
I don't want
you can't even have a spiritual connection with your car.
I don't want to name my car.
Yeah,
I don't want to name a car.
You see it as a lifeless. You see it as an object to use.
An animal. It's not. It is an object.
Exactly, but I like to treat Felicia right. I didn't through the snow though.
Yeah.
She persevered though. She never gave up. She always was spinning those tires.
She gave up when she got stuck.
I mean, when I took the key out of the ignition, she gave up.
She pretty much died. That's how it works.
I don't think I've ever seen an animal like that.
What do you mean?
Like at the zoo or whatever.
Fed an animal?
No, I fed it like a giraffe, but I can think of a time where I'm just like, that's a cool.
No, I got it because you don't have that social connection I do.
You're so full.
Like all those years later. I mean, it's probably dead, but all those years later, I'm like.
I'm like.
It's like me and her.
Oh, and
like if I went back to that zoo and I saw her, I would know immediately that it was her.
Yeah. Oh, and also the weather.
also the weather. I'm not going to explain that.
The one person who knows, who listens to this podcast knows what that is.
They know. If you know, you know. Actually, I don't know how long giraffes live. Oh, no, 25 years. We looked it up.
I was going to say.
So, yeah, no, she's still probably living.
Yeah, kicking around. There's two or is it one?
I know. I'm saying like the spiritual connection that I'm feeling, like the signal that I'm getting. I can't interpret, but it's either Genevieve or Guinevere because they're very similar names. You just never had a spiritual connection with an animal. That's fine. You can admit that.
I'm not admitting that.
It's not too late.
No,
you're only 21.
I just can't think of one. I don't have many remembering zoo experiences besides walking.
Yeah.
Or seeing the monkeys, and I'm like, hey, that's cool.
That one's masturbating.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I don't know if I've ever seen a sloth in person.
Good.
Yeah, I don't want to. They look scary.
Yeah, they're cute. I was kidding.
Not me.
You should go to a zoo.
We've discussed this already.
I know, but we should do it.
There's no zoo local.
I mean, there's one like 2 hours from here.
That's not local. That's 2 hours.
Yeah, but in the summer when you move, it'll be pretty.
I'm talking local. No, it'd be too hot then.
That's true. I'd rather die than walk in the zoo in Phoenix. I mean, right now it was pretty fucking hot for me when I went down.
Oh. Not for me, man.
Anyways, I'm just saying that I'm in touch with Mother Nature, spiritually, carnally. It's sort of a metaphysical and a physical.
You drive to work.
So what does that mean?
I walk to work. I'm out in nature more.
You don't work 6 miles away.
You drive to work.
Exactly. You want me to walk? It's like a 3-hour walk.
If you're in tune with Mother Nature, you would.
It's not Mother Nature. It's a fucking road.
I see trees.
The whole walk is just highway.
I see trees. You can look up. Is that highway?
Sky?
That's a sky.
Sky's not Mother Nature. Sky's God.
It's blue. That's pretty good. Speaking of the sky.
Yeah, what's up?
My animal lives on the opposite side.
Hell.
No, the ocean.
What's your animal?
So my animal.
Is it a rhino? Again? You basic bitch.
How did you... I got an email from Big Bad Toy Store.
Ooh, love those guys.
But my animal is an animal I did not know was an animal. And that's a clam.
What do you mean you know it's an animal?
You know, you see them on dishes to eat, and I'm just like, is that a...
Yeah, it's an animal.
I don't know. I thought it was a shell. You know, one of those. Or shells aren't moving. Yeah. So, a common name for several kinds of... clam... I messed up. Clam is a common name for several kinds of bivalve mollusks.
Bivalve?
Yeah. All right. I know one joke. There's a mollusk. Sea, and he walks up to a sea. Well, he doesn't walk up. He swims up. Well, actually, the mollusk isn't moving. He's in one place. And then the sea cucumber. Well, I mixed up. There was a mollusk in a sea. Why aren't you playing with me in my comedy space?
What am I supposed to say?
I can't think.
The whole bit was that you stumble and fall.
None of them were walking, so forget I said that. Then there was this mollusk, and he walks up to a sea cucumber. Normally they don't talk, sea cucumbers, but in a joke everyone talks. So then the sea cucumber looks up to the mollusks and says, with fawns like these, who need anemones? I don't get the joke, but I know fawns are like something in the ocean.
Fawns are, I think, a part of an animal. I believe.
Who says that? The sea cucumber says that.
With fronds like these, who needs anemones?
I gotta look up what a sea cucumber looks like.
Like, what do you expect? A sea cucumber.
Is it?
I think they just stick out of the ground. Como cucumbers.
That's funny.
They look a little more gelatinous.
Speaking of Finding Nemo.
Oh my god.
What?
We have a podcast.
What?
Okay, go on. Talk about Finding Nemo.
Well, because that's where the joke was from.
I know. I'm well aware.
Just for those who didn't know. I saw a video and I sent it over to Danny. There was this, I don't know, like a small shark or whatever, just swimming.
Like a carpet shark.
Yeah, and then it said, there was a caption or something like, something about a barracuda. I'm like, that don't look like a barracuda. Yeah, that thing looks small. Because it said like 8-foot barracuda or something like that.
So I was like, there's no way that's 8 feet.
And then this thing's like swimming. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was like in the shallow side or if, didn't look like that deep of water.
Yeah, it looked pretty.
And then boom, this barracuda just comes sweeping in. And it actually caused me to jump scare. I was like, what the hell?
No, scary.
Scared
Splashes and shit.
Marlin had no chance. That's all I'll say.
That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, there are different types of clams. More than 15,000 clam species worldwide.
Damn.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
And I'll be thinking about you worldwide. And I'll be thinking clams in the ocean are saltwater clams.
Big Time Rush cover album.
What were they? That's a fact right there, bro. We're so stupid.
We're so fucking dumb.
We're talking about Meghan Trainor. Like, who the hell cares?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'd like to do that.
Husband.
Wouldn't it be nice? I don't know the rest of her song. That's a banger. Oh. Clams that live in ponds and lakes are freshwater clams.
Yeah.
Most clams spend their adult lives burrowed safely into the sand or mud. So they're in the pocket like Burrow. Took her home, give her a cinnamon swirl. However, some clams...
Shut up.
He says that part later. We
just needed to get it out.
I don't remember what else rhymed before or after that part.
Yeah.
However, some clam species bore through rock and wood.
bore?
Yeah, I didn't. It's like put yourself into that place, like a piece of a puzzle.
Put yourself
just like
into the place of the clam.
like kind of like putting like.
Imagine yourself in the place of the clam.
You've seen this ship go by.
Close your eyes.
You're like, that's some nice wood.
You burrow yourself in the dirt.
Anyway, but it just means like imagine like a jigsaw puzzle, and like there's like a piece, like this. It's like a beautiful landscape, the jigsaw puzzle. Mm-hmm. There's one piece missing, so you can see like the table still sticking out.
Okay, yeah.
And you got a couple pieces left, and you grab like one piece, and it doesn't fit, but you're trying to like jam it in there until it fits. Yeah. That's like they're boring them into like.
Gotcha. Yeah. I see.
So what do clams eat? Because I was like,
algae.
I eat them. I don't no, but the average American.
I've never had a clam. Mussels are pretty close, though. I've had mussels. I've had
mussels?
oysters. Yeah.
Oh.
Mussels, oysters. I think they're pretty similar.
Yeah. I don't know what oysters are, but I know. No, I know oyster. You eat it, but I don't know what they look like. But clams are filter feeders, so they have fine hair-like structures across their gills. I didn't know they had gills.
I don't have gills.
Called cilia, and these cilia. These cilia. Mm-hmm. Move to suck in water through a long tubular structure called a siphon that reaches the surface of the mud, and their gills trap suspended particles in the water, then move them to the mouth. And these suspended particles include tiny organisms, which the clams eat, and the clean water is then ejected through an outgoing siphon. So they are excellent natural water purifiers because of that.
Ooh. That's kind of hype.
That is hype. I can't imagine. I didn't know that. I can't imagine. I don't know what gills look like on a clam.
You just gotta go up and touch a clam and for clean water. Like
Which ones are the ones that bite you? Are those pearls?
Pearls are not an animal. Pearls are found in I think clams, oysters. One of those.
It might be an oyster. I don't know. It might be a clam too. What's the one from SpongeBob?
Clams.
Okay, I didn't look that up. I should have. That's crazy. So pearls, they're actually found in that. Sounds like a SpongeBob thing.
Oh yeah, you definitely find them. Like I said, I don't remember if it's a clam or an oyster. I mean, actually, no, I sell pearls, but yeah. I've seen people with videos of them like they pry them open, they go digging in them, pull them out.
That's my clam.
Hey, what the?
Or that's my pearl.
My pearl. I worked on that.
You mother.
And then
they burrow in the
there's a
sand.
thing called mother of pearl, which is not a little pearl thing. But it's like the pearlesque, like opalescent, like shiny little like lining that's found within clams that they just kind of like take off.
Oh. And just put them back?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they die once you open them. I think. Or at least when you open them enough to fucking... Like how King Kong did to the dinosaur in the...
Yeah, that's
Peter
crazy.
Jackson movie.
That's pretty cool, though. So, because they're natural water purifiers, they create clear water, which in turn helps increase light exposure for photosynthetic organisms like
plants,
seagrass. Plus, they remove toxic algae after natural bloom events. I don't know what that means. Like a natural bloom event.
I don't know.
Sounds cool, though.
That does sound
cool. A small clam measuring between 1 to 2 inches can filter up to 4.5 gallons of water a day.
How many gallons?
4.5.
Damn.
For measure, I drink a gallon a day. And I can barely do that. These suckers, 4.5.
Wait, so how big are clams?
It's like 4 days.
They probably range, right?
Oh, they range. Give me a second. Let me find it. No, I don't have it. I think I took it out because I was like, I think this is stupid.
I don't give a fuck how big clams are.
But, they're small. Clam life cycle. I'm just reading the top of that. Clams are broadcast spawners. So imagine a television station. I'm just kidding. Meaning they release their sperm and eggs into the water en masse for fertilization. And they undergo a series of free swimming larva stages. Larva's
probably right.
Larva stages. As they grow, their shells become heavier until eventually young clams settle onto the muddy or rocky bottom. And the juvenile clam then uses its muscular foot to move around and find a suitable place to settle, where they bore.
Were they bull?
Adult clams use a sticky, hair-like structure called byssus to stick to the bottom of a water body. Then they burrow into the mud or sand with their foot. They got feet, apparently.
They got feet. They have to.
It's like those goggles from Toy Story.
Oh.
That's what I imagine.
That's funny.
They're just walking.
I was imagining the goggles from Nemo, and then I was like, what? And then you said Toy Story. I just clicked. So they actually have feet, or they just call feet?
I think they just call it feet.
Okay.
I looked up what a clam looked like. I'm like, no, I don't see feet.
see no feet.
Then again, there are a bird on the sand. I don't see them walking.
What?
They're like in the sand. I can't see like the feet if I can't lift them.
Fair.
But there are several different types of clams. One of them is called the geoduck. Geo, like Nat Geo,
Yeah.
and then duck, as in quack quack.
As in quack quack.
As in a duck's walking into a bar.
As in a duck walks up to a lemonade stand, he says to the man running the stand, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?"
But I don't know. The geoduck, or deep water king clam,
King clam.
is the world's largest
go
growing clam. What is that?
Like fishing, but with clams.
I don't want to find a clam.
Why not?
What if I kill it?
Don't kill it.
Yeah, but I can just be like, oh, let me see if there's a pearl. Oh my!
Well, then don't go looking for fucking pearls. You greedy bastard.
You got me hooked. I'm just kidding.
I'm hooked on the pearls.
As that Giannis fella said, always be hungry, but never greedy. That's that like yoked man who I was like, look at those shoulders.
To be honest.
Cool guy. His father said that, not him, but he said it after. Geoducks have a very long siphon, which allows them to bury themselves into a meter deep in the sand along the coast of New Zealand. Now, I didn't do my research. So I don't know how long a meter is.
3 feet. You're saying that's a yard. I have no idea how long
I
it
was
is.
like, I was like, did I say that and I accidentally just not hear right? Adult geoduck shells only measure around 8 inches, but their siphon and body can be over 3.3 feet long. So there you go.
Damn.
There's the answer to your question.
2 feet long.
And geoducks are known to live over. Guess how long they live? Over.
I bet these bitches live a long time.
Give me an over/under.
Over and under.
Just give me an over. Just give me an age.
80 years.
165.
Damn. I was going to say 1,000 if I'm being real.
That'd be crazy. Geoducks are considered a delicacy, and a meal of New Zealand geoduck can cost around $400 in China and Hong Kong. I want to go to Hong Kong.
I do too.
Sounds like a cool place.
Yeah. I want to go everywhere in the world. I want to see as much of the world as I can before I die.
Russia?
Sure. Right in the middle of the war. Right now.
What about
Top places I
Ohio?
want to visit. Ohio? I'd kill myself. I definitely want to go to Ohio.
I don't get it then. I'm just kidding.
So my top places, other countries I should say,
Yeah?
in no specific order: Japan, Italy, Spain, Ireland, New Zealand. That's top 5.
I would just like to go to
Taiwan. So I want to go to the Philippines.
I want to go to Switzerland. That's my number one and only one.
Really? The only one.
If I can live in Switzerland, I'd be a happy man.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks so pretty.
That's what I thought, bro. You should go to Switzerland.
Jacob, you're paying.
Jacob, you're paying for the fight of Switzerland.
There's also the giant clam. This is a misconception as they're only a foot tall. I'm just kidding. I just made that up.
They're actually not visible to the naked eye.
It's the biggest clam in the world. It's named the giant clam, obviously. It is found among coral reefs in the tropical Indian and Pacific Oceans. The largest giant clam ever found measured over 4.5 feet long and weighed over, guess.
4.5 feet long, weight over.
They're called giant clams.
220 pounds.
550 pounds. That's crazy.
This is fucking crazy.
I looked it up. I'm like,
For 4 feet? Right?
4.5 feet.
4.5 feet? Damn. Dense.
Dense.
That's over 100 pounds per feet.
What? I'm not saying anything you've said to me.
That's over 100 pounds per feet.
Okay. 90% of this clam's weight was in its shell.
Damn. Thick shell.
Giant clams also have symbiotic algae living within their cells. So like a symbiotic relationship. So that's cool. So the algae photosynthesize, providing the giant clam with any excess energy they produce. In exchange, the algae receive a safe place to live and the nutrients they need in order to live. And the photosynthetic algae are actually what produce a giant clam's bright colors. So that's pretty cool. I'm assuming that's like the energy type thing.
So giant clams are bright then?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What's the difference between so shells aren't living?
Shells?
Yeah.
No.
Like a seashell.
Like a seashell? No.
Those are cool though.
You want to know what's an actual question that I don't know the answer to?
What's the meaning of life?
Actually, no, I know that one. Was revealed to me in a dream. No, but I don't know where like shells come from, like the ones that snails wear, and like hermit crabs and all those. Where do they come from? Because they don't grow them. They can just pop them off and get a new one. They have to when they grow old.
What do you mean they get a new one? They just like.
Well, yeah, because I remember the one.
Thanks, Bob.
It's like you're up in like a video game. No, I remember when I was
They Lego it. Get all those coins.
I know when I wanted to get a hermit crab, I was looking at research. I wanted to get a snail.
Yeah.
And I was like, can they live in the same?
Oh, and they'd kill it.
And they would kill it because they would compete for shells. They'd be like, I like your shell. Or like same thing with like it's not. I think like they didn't want hermit crabs to be around other hermit crabs. I think because they would kill each other for shells when they get bigger. But that's the whole point. Like they grow out of the shells and then you get a bigger shell.
Yeah, I just can't imagine a hermit crab being face to face with one.
Tell us my hermit crab story. When I was a couple years ago.
With you had a bunch of shells and then they came to life.
Oh, my dad. We went to a beach in I think Rocky Point, Puerto Peñasco. And there was a part of the shore where when the tides went away, it went for like a mile or like miles. And so people would go walk and then like pick up like little shells to like so you can come eat them. They probably were clams. I don't know. Or oysters. Unimportant. Irrelevant. And I didn't could care less about eating clams that I caught. So I was like just picking up pretty shells. And then I put them in a little bucket full of water. I don't know why it was full of water, but I'm glad it was. Because when we went back to our Airbnb, put the bucket down, minded my business, and then I went back to look at my bucket, admire my shell collection, and I noticed that they were twitching. I said, "What's this?" And I looked, and some of them were crabs, and you see like little claws popping out. They were like really shy. You couldn't like see them like walking around, but they were like shaking. And I looked, and you could see like little like eyes in there. You see like little like hands coming out, and I was like, "Holy shit, there's a crab in there!" And the next morning before we left, because we were gonna leave back to home, we went back to the ocean and I let them free. You just dumped the bucket in the ocean.
Where's home for you, like address wise?
Like dress wise? Cross streets.
That was funny. You said that to Gabe. You said something like cross streets and something like that, and I started laughing. I was like, "That's funny. I never thought of that." Just give me your cross streets.
Just give me your cross streets, Gabe.
I remember I told you my clam story or shell story, which is pretty much the same. I like got shells, you know, and they're in like my little bucket. And I'm sitting on like the porch because, you know, it was like a cool like Rocky Point because it was also Rocky Point, like the house. So I was sitting on like, you know, like some houses, like they have like the porch. And there's like a thing that divides like the porch. There's like a thing like, you know, a structure, a foundation thing.
Yeah, like the posts.
Yeah. And there's like, you know, a horizontal post you can lean against. Sure. So I'm sitting on top of that post thing. Shells on the bucket on the side. I'm laying out the shells because I'm like, look at all these shells I got. This is an amazing collection. And then I look back because, you know, I'm looking at the ocean. I'm like, this is pretty cool. And I look back and they start moving like towards me. And I was like, oh my. So I jumped off the post into the sand. I started running and screaming. And then I don't know what happened to these fellas.
You got that scared you ran and screamed away?
I'm not trying to get bit by a crab.
Then don't get close to the crab. They're not going to jump.
They were right here.
Well, yeah, by my side. I said jumping off the post. That I get. But running away screaming?
Hell yeah. I was like, hell no. My shells have come alive.
You have the constitution of in the clear. What's the dumb lady say?
Backbone, spine, something like that?
Something like that. You have the backbone of, I don't know. Anyways, that's crazy. I was friends to these things. I was like a god to them. I said, I can use this power for good or for evil. And I used it for good. I let them back home.
So you thought of yourself as a god when you were a child?
Yeah. No, I wasn't a child. I was definitely like, this was high school.
Oh, okay. I was a kid. What do you...
Oh, okay.
I wasn't like an 18-year-old like, oh my gosh.
See, I wasn't scared of life when I was a kid. I was open to the wonders of the world. I was open and I opened my heart. It was open and accepting of the world. That's just me though. Not everyone's like me.
You got kicked in the balls in what, 6th grade?
Yeah, but I was open and accepting to that kick. I opened my heart for Gabe to love.
Yeah.
And he, in turn, kicked me in the balls. That was no fault of my own.
That's why you spared him.
That's why I spared him. The principal said, I can put him in jail for another month. And I said, no, he's earned his. I said, let he who's without sin throw the first stone.
You said.
He's okay. Let him free. Let my people go.
Let my. Anyway, talking about shipworms. That's another type of clam.
Shitworms? What's a shipworm?
It's a boring clam from the families and
Boring.
Oh.
Boring
They get the name shipworm from the damage they cause to ship holes and pilings. So wood-boring clams use their razor-sharp sides to twist through the wood, cutting chunks away as they move. And these clams eat the wood.
Wow.
As they burrow with symbiotic bacteria, helping them digest it.
Like termites.
Crazy. Rock-boring clams begin burrowing when they're young, but they don't eat the rock. They use it to hide. And as they grow, they become wedged inside the rock and cannot leave, which offers them protection from predators. Like most clam species, these clams can filter feed using siphons. Also, clams have kidneys, a heart, a mouth, a stomach, and a nervous system, just like any other fellow.
Any little guy. Damn, all in that little... That's crazy.
Well, if it's a giant clam. You know.
Well, yeah.
And some clams have a life cycle of only a year, while at least one may be over 500 years old.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Oh my gosh.
They seem like animals that would last for fucking ever. They're just the bigger ones.
I know. You've been through some.
Imagine riding a giant clam.
I don't know if you can move it.
Using it like a surfboard?
I said it was like 550 pounds.
Yeah. I forgot I saw a video. Was it clams or was it like, again, oysters or mussels? They're all the same to me. These mollusks. But it was like a video of them moving, and the caption was like, "Oh my God, these motherfuckers really do move like in SpongeBob." And they were like swimming through the water, they were like opening and closing like that, like kind of like fluttering. Because you know, like SpongeBob they do that, they like flutter like little butterflies. That's what it looked like, and I was like, "Holy shit,
That's really
I didn't know
cool.
that was real."
Hey, he did his research.
Yeah. See, I know more about your animal than you do.
No, you don't.
You know, giant clams can actually go up to 4.5 feet.
All right, what do they eat?
550 pounds.
What do they eat?
They're filter feeders, so they suck up the air. They suck up the air and purify water.
Okay, but what do they eat?
Well, they eat the shit in the water, algae and stuff.
All right, continue.
And that's all I have about it.
Okay.
That's all I have about
Well, they eat plankton, and they are eaten by.
Plankton is algae though, so I was pretty much right.
They're eaten by small sharks, squid, and many other species of fish.
Me, humans.
You're a fish.
I said it was a human.
Makes sense with those blubber lips you got.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding.
Tell you about clams?
Yeah, you know my parents did the same thing you did about my lips.
When you were like really fucking thin?
Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna get back there. And my dad was like, no. And then we started arguing, and then he,
Don't do that.
and then he was like, your lips were whatever the heck.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody's saying this.
I think it just happened when you're thin because when I used to be thinner, or at least I really wasn't, but my face was.
Yeah,
And I had big fucking lips too.
it's interesting.
I don't
phenomena.
do not reminisce on that. When I reminisce, I don't.
I
What's the word I'm looking for? I don't yearn for that again.
Yeah, I do.
I find myself yearning, just not for that.
What do you yearn for?
Mainly peace.
What's a yearning Dan?
What's a what?
A yearning Dan.
What's a yearning Dan? The one who yearns.
On a Saturday, though, specifically.
The one who yearns, comma.
I was like, what are you saying?
The ram. What was it? The ram with the skin of a pig. Or whatever.
The ram with marked.
Ram marked like a pig.
Yeah.
The one who yearns. What was the question?
I was like, what do you yearn for? What's a yearning Dan look like, specifically on a Saturday?
What's a yearning Dan like? Physically, what do I look like?
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday. Saturdays. I'm typically at work, so I'll be at my jewelry counter and I'll just.
All right, and for the folks listening, what are you doing?
This
is a podcast.
Yeah, it is. You're right. That's my mistake. This is a rookie. This is a rookie mistake. I sit at the jewelry counter, hands placed gently, either on the counter or crossed at my stomach. Actually, no, they're probably in my pockets. And I stand because there's no customers. Because I don't ignore my customers. I sell them that fucking jewelry, bro. Oh yeah, what do I hear?
What are we talking about?
I stand there, hands in pockets, and I end up like disassociating. My eyes just sort of zone out, and I yearn. See, the thing is, the yearning really happens in here. I'm pointing at my heart. This is a very spiritual episode. Oh man, clams do that to you.
They do.
What does a yearning Raymon look like?
On a Saturday?
Specifically on a Tuesday, 5 a.m. when you're waking up.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, I wake up, and then immediately, or I wake up to the sound of music. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Today was the Hollywood song.
But it's typically the Alvin and the Chipmunks soundtrack.
No. Yesterday for Tuesday, it was the Up song, but it's just a house.
Up song.
The one I used for that
Yeah,
movie.
I completely misunderstood.
So it's that. So I woke up to that because I was like, this is a good song. And then, so I wake up for that. Then I'm just like, it's 5 in the morning. I'm waking up on it. This little baby.
Yeah, no.
And then
We'll cut that.
And then I was like, all right, time to get up. And then I get up, and I weigh myself, see if I'm making progress there, and I am. But wipe that face, because if I don't wipe my face, not gonna be a good day.
Wipe your face?
With water. Wake myself up.
I think you got a rag.
Nature's water or nature's coffee. Coming from a plumbing system or whatever.
Directly from those rusty ass pipes.
Yeah. And then pretty much after that, after the regulars of toothbrush and deodorant, sit down at the desk. And I'm pretty much sitting down like for the folks at home listening. I'm kind of like, I'm not like sitting up. I'm just kind of like more relaxed, like digging myself into the chair, looking at the computer, and watching an interview by some person who knows what they're doing in the realm of communication. And I'm just like, this is the dream. And
is that when you yearn?
That's pretty much when I yearn. I'm just like,
Okay.
This world's going to be, I'm learning so I could try and make this world a better place.
Gotcha.
With the stories I tell. That's what that calming thing in 5 in the morning is.
Yeah.
And then I have a pen and I write down what they say.
Gotcha.
And then I just do what they say whenever.
Yeah. And then you yearn.
Then I yearn.
And the heart yearns.
Then you go to the gym and then you get stuck in the snow. And I'm like, hey, I still took notes today.
A win is a win.
Yep. It's 5 in the morning. Here waking up on it. Tell them wherever I'm at that they're coming. I should be allowed to get scared. I'll start running. Not be crazy. They're supposed to protect. Oh.
I think that about wraps this one up.
Pepper, you got anything to say for the folks at home? She's a little camera shy. And microphone shy. She's a shy dog. Not when people come, though.
She loves people.
She's as perky as a clam. Going up to the water.
She loves people, but she doesn't love you being in her home. So if you could please take your leave.
Get out of here.
We'll see you next week.